All right, the missing JJ Macfield and the Island of Memories. This is JJ speaking.
I'm Zerovii,
I'm ATI.
and with us is Firefly.
She's on airplane mode right now. Lemon is not present this week. He had a crazy 4 days. We can't go into detail about it. But yeah, let's talk about this beautiful Oddworld cousin. Because that's what I feel like. I feel like it was a natural kind of like pivot. Like
It was kind of serendipitous rolling into this one after last week when we were like, Oddworld is cool, but I wish someone would take this structure and go the next, try something else, make it play better. And I would say this is an Oddworld like, and I think they nailed making it feel a little bit better. Yeah.
I was not expecting a gothic horror Oddworld meets Plock of all things, but I'm here for it.
yeah,
Oddworld meets Portland.
With
Yeah,
this like
Portland.
weird 1950s like aesthetic, kind of like some of the stickers have that like Bob's Big Boy vibe. You go to like this old school bowling alley. There's a lot of like just interesting stuff going on.
A lot of adoration for Americana, and I think a lot of that roots from the appreciation for Lynch and Twin Peaks, because that oozes all over this game,
Yeah, it
all
oozes
over the White Owls in general.
Everything he does, this man, he's born and bred in Twin Peaks, sweary, and it shows. I mean, it does have the negatives of that time as well in terms of Americana. We won't get into that just yet because I did watch a little retrospective thing on it and did some like more deep diving into it because this game just piqued my curiosity like after playing it because I think it's just beautiful. It's fluid. The puzzle system is actually pretty unique. Like, yeah, injure yourself and throw your fucking arm at these things. Like, it was pretty cool. Like, it put a nice spin on that whole formula that we just experienced.
Do any of you happen to have the screen of the first screen you see when you load the game up? It shows you a message saying like, this is a game saying that everyone is valid no matter who they are. Is it something like that? But as soon as that pops up, it's like you get the idea of like what the spirit of this is, and like, okay, this is the idea that sparked the creation of this entire game, and then like everything spirals out from there, and you can kind of see that like the game design comes to follow that, and it's like trying to show you through the art and everything how it just has a specific feel and the way the text messages come up, and it's hard to say because we only played the demo and it scratched the surface, but it seems like there's something very special to be said here through subtext.
Let's actually go back. That's actually a good point. That message actually goes into that dark side of Americana. I don't know how much the demo got into it because
Not too much.
I didn't get through all the chapters apparently, but there is a lot of gender identity going on and depression. I can't remember if JJ is trans or their friend is, because again, I didn't get too far.
Yeah, I did not get far enough to find that out, so I just kind of left it as a mystery for now.
Yeah, but I mean, it was really cool to like read about that representation and it being this whole struggle because yeah, this character is going through a lot internally, and I won't spoil the ending because it seems like a lot of us do want to play it, but even the ending, sometimes a spoiler helps me. Like, I know people are against spoilers. This is a little side note. People are like, don't tell me anything. Sometimes a spoiler will get me into something because they'll be like, oh yeah, there was time travel in this, and I'm like, wait, in this random thing that I had no interest in?
Like sometimes it's the hook, but like sometimes you're like, wait, I don't want to know that I'm a hook. I want to be like a fishy and not know that I'm gonna get fished up and get hooked.
Yeah,
sometimes you want it's weird.
It's just enough to push me because I have zero interest in something, and someone will spoil, quote unquote, a point in something, and I'm like, oh, wait, you got me hooked.
How's it get there?
Yeah, I was like, wait, how? Because my brain has this preconceived notion about what this story already is, which is ignorant in itself, sure, but like it just didn't tickle me enough to want to like get through it. But then someone will be like, yeah, this, and this. And I'm like, hold up. I got to play this because how does it even get this? Yeah, that's perfect summation of it. Like, uh, yeah, I won't get into any ending thing or anything, but even just listening to them talk about, the struggles that this character faced. And, there's one point where like, even the mom is like reading the journal or diary entries, and she basically flat out says you're sick in the head, like you need help because of your
Mm.
dysphoria or your whatever identity thing, like whatever she's going through. I can't remember if there was like eating disorders too or something. There was just all kinds of like things, heavy on the depression and like
Yeah, and
tones
then,
like
like,
that.
knowing that reframes the entire thing because then it's like, okay, well, maybe that's what they're trying to say with the island of memories and, like, your body falls apart because of loss and you're trying to
Hmm.
rebuild yourself, and, like,
Hmm.
it really makes you rethink what's going on, and, like, it's not just some random, "Oh, she exploded. That's
Yeah,
stupid."
you're doll girl and you break your arm for fun. It's like, no, like these
Yeah, if it
struggle,
was just that, it would be like, I
like
don't
that
know."
self-harm aspect of the game is like not just the mechanic. That is like what this person is going through, this
Mhm.
character. And I
Yeah,
thought
this
those
is.
go on.
Sorry, I was gonna say, yeah, this is like them being self-destructive and self-sacrificial to try and save their friend,
Hmm.
and it speaks a lot about like their probably lack of self-esteem for whatever from whatever they're going through as well.
Yeah, it was just a beautiful game overall, and I didn't even experience all of it. And like listening to these people talk about this character and the things they went through was like getting me teary eyed because I'm just like, God damn it, Swery. Like,
I think
you,
I think there's a specific type of game design or like media design in general where like again it's inspired by Lynch and it's that same school of thought where they really tap into the dreamlike and less of the verbose, and it's like they're not peppering you with like tons of literal definitions and codexes, but it's like here's a feeling for you to chew on for a bit. Here's a text message with like two lines and like your mom is being strict with you in short and like saying you can't just hang out with your friends all day, you have to study. And then like you get in the headspace of JJ and you start thinking as you're going through this stuff. It's a whole language on itself, I believe.
yeah, absolutely. I mean, I feel like Swery and Lynch and like these Lynchian types of things, like it wants you to chew on the uneasiness. It wants you to chew on like these things that make you feel uncomfortable or comfortable, depending on whatever. But it definitely locks you into like this emotion without ever really
Hmm.
like hammering it over your head. It just puts you in this environment, and like from everything that it does, it locks you in there and you just start to feel like, that's why so much of Lynch's stuff is like it's like feel based. Like everyone, just has these like feelings when they watch it because it puts you in all these crazy like situations that are like offbeat or like just surreal, like
Like a feeling drives it, like or an emotion. Like
mhm.
you have anxiousness, and then that comes out through not words, but like the characters looking around. There's a slowness, there's a stillness, like you're waiting for something to happen, and
The
like
set
they don't need to tell
design,
you that there's gonna be something. But yeah, the set design, the lighting, it all comes together in like a way that only dreams can say that to you.
yeah,
Hello.
and
Hello,
and I,
Shimp.
and I feel like Swery's real good at that. Like if there's any successor to the Lynchian like philosophy of like art and design, I feel like he really does like a good job, especially with being someone like from Japan. Like there is this language and cultural barrier, but like when you look at Deadly Premonition, you're getting like a nice dose of everything that like we've come to know and love from Lynch. Like it's a little bit more
Yeah,
over the
like
top, but oh, go on.
You gotta remember, like, translating culture is not easy, and, like, it's
No,
not just some American company making, "Oh, let's make a Twin Peaks kinda game," like, it for someone in Japan to make that is incredible, I think.
yeah, he's very tuned in. Like he gets it, and he puts it to paper with Deadly Premonition 1, even 2. I wish more people played 2. That game is a trip. It characterizes like some of the things, like it flanderizes rather, like it gets a little off the rails, but I wish a little bit more people gave that a chance. But yeah, Swery knocks it out of the park with JJ. Just the feel, like the stickers that we have. You just collecting donuts, like even donuts feel like this, like 1950s, like Americana big boy, like just relic from the past that these like
But you can feel there's like some kind of sinisterness behind it.
and it is. You know how much grams of sugar is in a donut?
Yeah, for real.
I hit a
It'll get you.
checkpoint. I was like, oh, this does not feel like it belongs here. This feels like it was a Rayman checkpoint.
Quarter pounders will make you fat. Quarter pounders will put pounds on you.
But
Also, I
yeah,
wanted to highlight that screenshot of the bowling alley. I was like, if you
yeah.
showed someone who didn't play, like, didn't see anything about this game, it's like, oh, okay, they just like explore old areas, right? They just play bowling. And then if you actually know the game mechanics, you hit the aware face with it. You're like, oh no,
Mhm.
I know what this is asking me to
When am I
do.
rolling down the lane?
Uh-oh, all out of balls. What else is around that we can throw down here?
But again, this speaks
So
to that. No, go on, go on.
you can go ahead and finish your thought.
I was just gonna say that even that bowling alley that Zero was talking about, it just speaks to that, like that Americana, like relic from the past type of deal where, and again, I don't know exactly what place and time this takes place outside the island, because I think you're in this weird like surrealist bubble on the island. Uh, but I genuinely can't remember if it was like present day, but it's reflecting on these weird vibes. Did you guys get to pinpoint any
I
kind of
think,
day?
well, we do have a cell phone, so I'm guessing
Yeah,
early
you're right.
2000s.
You're right. You're right.
Other than that, the start of the retail game has you and Emily sitting at a campfire, and you're like, "Oh, I hope we're together forever." And then like you doze off to sleep, and then Emily is missing, and it's like 1 minute into the game, you're already into this like, "Okay, something's off. Where's Emily? I'm walking forever. This field is massive. Okay, I'm in a dream now." And then you get struck by lightning, and these like deer men hover over you, and you're just off to the races. It
Yeah.
wastes no time saying this is we're analyzing the mental faculties of these poor children.
Yeah, and then there's that like backwards speech that it does. And then
It's
you,
straight out of Twin Peaks.
yeah, yeah,
That's just the little guy
yeah,
talking backwards in the dream. That's just from Twin Peaks.
100%. I love the Simpsons scene when they rip off Twin Peaks and Lisa's like trying to
Yeah,
explain
classic.
who shot Mr. Burns. She just ends up like yelling
But the
it, and
deer in this is like hemorrhaging, like talking backwards and like that same kind of thing. The
yeah,
Simpsons nailed it. That's one of the best like parody scenes they've ever done.
it
I gotta
is
watch that again.
really good. Um, yeah, even those deer men. I don't know if that's symbolic for something, because I feel like
There
deer.
were also talking deer men and deadly premonition, so I don't know if that's
Yeah,
just a general dream thing for him.
that could just be
Um,
something.
let's talk about some of the gameplay stuff. Firefly just brought up the regeneration, and I think that's a good segue from Oddworld, especially, and how this game handles failure.
Hmm.
As a cinematic game, most of the time, like in the old days, like Oddworld, you would die and you would just have to redo this entire thing from a checkpoint. And it was like, okay, well, you better master it. But here it's like, you only have to go back to a checkpoint if you really, really try to like kill yourself once you blow apart, because you take damage by blowing off your limbs and walking into things, and then like if you walk into spikes, your arm falls off, and then you can pick up your arm and throw it like a rock. If you walk into the spikes again, maybe your other arm falls off of your leg, so now you can only hop around. If you try to run, you fall over, and then you can go down to your torso, and then eventually your head. So if your head rolls into spikes, then you go back to the checkpoint. It's very generous, and it's like encourages experimentation. It's I don't know. You have any takes on first impressions of how the game felt, or on its own, either a comparison or anything?
Yeah, I will say there is another way to kill yourself, and it's by laying down in the mud and sinking.
Oh, I
It's
didn't
like,
try that. That's
I
funny.
was like, God damn it, okay. But yeah,
That figures.
it feels like this is it almost feels like Swery literally like played Oddworld and was like, fuck this game. I'm doing
For real.
a 180 degree on everything. Failure is not absolute. If you want to hurt yourself to figure out puzzles, be my guest. Uh, and I think it was a really cool like flip side. There's like the yin and yang of you have this game where you have to play perfect, like literally perfect on this weird little grid, and then on the other side you have this free flowy kind of like freedom of expression game. The jumping felt good.
Oh
Everything
my god, you
felt
could turn around and jump in the same action. It
it
was like
it felt
drinking ambrosia.
nice, right? It felt good to play. Which again, it's not saying Oddworld didn't, but the way this game handled all those mechanics of figuring out each room, and it deals with hurting yourself to if you want the seesaw to not tip, you got to weigh less, so knock your entire torso out and then regenerate once you crawl under. Like, really fun ideas going on, and I can only imagine how like they evolve and graduate as you kind of like play through the game. I'm sure Swery like kicks it up a notch here and there, and all these kinds of cool little puzzle solutions probably present themselves. But yeah, no, I had an absolute like blast trying to just like figure out what my limits are and like what you can get away with, and it seemed like
Yeah,
you
when I
could get.
first started, it was like I got to the end of a screen and I was like, wait, I can't go anywhere. I don't have a rock to throw and there's only spikes, but I haven't been hit by anything yet. I've trained myself from Oddworld. Do not get
Mhm.
hit. Like, you do not want to make any mistakes at all. Don't touch anything. Don't look at anything. Don't breathe on anything. Just analyze and go. But then I was like, wait a second.
I
What
had
if I
this.
touch this?
I had the same exact thought process. I was like, oh right, I shouldn't be getting hit. And I was
Yeah, I
like,
like
wait,
tried to run
that
back to get a rock, but then it was like I can't bring the rock with me. What does it want me? Oh, you can throw something else. I see.
yeah. After throwing the rock, I was like, wait, can I just throw my own limbs then? And so I went head first into the spikes, and I was like, oh, I
Yeah,
get what the game's cooking
that
now.
was a fun aha moment because we all. It's funny, like Oddworld established these rules that we all were fresh in and like followed through with.
Traumatized by.
Yeah, and then like a week later, those rules are thrown out the window, despite it being the same type of game. Like it is this side-scrolling game where you figure out these puzzles in this weird area, and it
Like ever
pulls.
evolving gimmicks and like oh, now you have to light yourself on fire and use yourself as a walking torch to burn these vines and
Mhm.
then like get hit by a wrecking ball that knocks you into the wall and then like gravity flips upside down and it's crazy. It keeps you on your toes.
You know,
But you get to experiment without feeling like I don't want to try this because I'm gonna have to redo the last 10 minutes of my life.
Mhm.
we keep comparing this to Oddworld, but you know what game this really is? This is a fucking Wario Land game. This is just
Oh
Wario Land
yeah.
3.
Yeah,
Okay.
I could see that.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
could see
like you
that.
touch stuff and it's not like fatal, but it's like okay, now you can get through the world with the interactive. Yeah,
Yeah, I for sure can
I
see
feel
that. Less
I feel like that's
farting.
definitely got to be an inspiration.
There's more
Yeah, once I hit the
trauma.
fire thing, I was like, oh, okay. This is just Wario Land. I get it now.
It's just one of those building blocks. Maybe it was intentional, but a lot of the times with games, you can kind of break them down to their fundamental, like what blocks are you using to build up the gameplay? Like your concept could differ, but you only have so many tools available to you unless you have like
Right?
your own engine and weird shit.
Right? Like, I mean, how many puzzles can you really make with fire,
Mm.
honestly? Like, everyone's getting
Yeah, how
thrown that
many
same, like,
buttons can you push? Mm.
how many ways can you have the character catch fire and then carry it over to a thing? Like, I'm just gonna keep comparing it to Wario Land 'cause that was my
Yeah.
building block game to see that for the first time. But there could be games earlier than that that did it.
The fact that this doesn't just feel like an immediate, oh, that this is a copy, then I think that it pulled off the inspiration very well. Because you never want to feel like you're biting off the thing. It's more like an homage and tip of the hat to the people that are in the know.
Yeah, and it's funny
Yeah,
how they can
exactly.
stretch this genre so far. Because like we mentioned in Oddworld that it was like this Prince of Persia type of game. Like, you had Nosferatu on the Super Nintendo and y- uh, all these types of games. And then Oddworld came along and it like blended these genres, and then like it remained its own game. And then I don't know, 20 years later, however many years later, this game comes out, and it kind of like uses the same template, but like it turns so much things on its head where it feels like it's just like this natural like progression of the genre, even though like I don't know how many types of like side scrolling puzzle like types of games there really are out there these days in this style. Because like
I've seen comparisons to like Limbo. from
Okay.
this.
I'm not too
But
familiar with
I haven't
Limbo.
played Limbo. I think that's more like one of those like you die and you go back types as well.
Interesting. I'll definitely have to check that out. But yeah, beautiful art too. Like, I fucking bury me on this island. Like, it
Mhm.
reminds me of another code. Uh, I don't know. I know Firefly has played it, but like the just the tone of the island and like just
It's
the
very like
vibe of it.
oil painting.
It
It's
no, go on.
go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was just gonna say it just feels like so cozy but so dark at the same time. Like you're just in like a summer camp kind of thing, but like you're kind of lost and you have to do your thing, which is where my another code kind of impressions came. But yeah, beautiful.
One very subtle thing to me that like makes it feel that much more dreamy is your character isn't very like you can't look at them and like really discern details. They have that glow to them on JJ, and it's like very ethereal, and it's just a little touch, but I think it goes a long way in making it feel like you're not quite grounded in reality.
Yeah, it does have this ethereal nature to it. Like it almost has, again, it has like this Silent Hill vibe. Like it, things aren't quite right. You're isolated from everything, and you just are like left to your own feelings. Which again, Silent Hill 2, Twin Peaks. I mean, like
Mhm.
again, we
Hmm.
keep going back to that, but
It's
it
important because they all build from the same thing. There's something I want to say in Shenmue related to this, but we'll have that talk later. Uh, there's fundamentals, and if you understand the fundamentals, then you understand everything. So it's like these games kind of come from the same place that this media comes from. They all kind of come from that same primordial creativity pool. All lots of dreamers making this stuff.
yeah, no, I could totally see that. It's basically like knowing the language. Like when I took like a film class, it taught me the language of like film.
Hmm.
And once I learned, I was like, oh, the mise en scene, like the stuff going on in the scene, you can pick this out. Oh, repetition and editing, kind of leads you to understand what might be coming in terms of foreshadowing.
There's the
Music,
MacGuffin. Yep.
yeah, all these terms, all these like not cliches, but tools to build a
It's the building
movie.
blocks. Yeah. As
Yeah,
soon as I took film studies, it was the same thing. Like you can't look at movies the same way. You see them as like all these tools being used and constructed, and
and then you can
sometimes you can
admire
let
it.
that go. And yeah, if you can recognize when someone just kind of goes with it and makes art like this at the
Yeah.
same time from
I
it.
think that's the best part because once you have those definitions of those tools and building blocks, when people clearly go off the grid and make something and it scrambles up your knowledge base of it, you're like, wait, they're not doing this, and then this happened, and like even that movie Friendship, that everyone just watched, like for a comedy, it was so dark and left feeling so fucking so off.
It
It
was
was so offbeat and off-putting, but hilarious. And it didn't use
It was
any
like
of the
it took its construction seriously, but it still managed to be a comedy because it took like a script and like a setting, but then it blended them together, and it's like, wait, these aren't quite right, but you're playing it straight still.
yeah. I was as someone who's not the film study type, I don't know shit. Uh, that movie was like hurting my soul to watch. It was funny, but it was hurting my soul a bit. I was like, oh my god, this guy is so awkward. I'm going to die by secondhand embarrassment.
that was some people's reactions. Like some people left that movie feeling like depressed because they were like, he just wanted a friend and he didn't know, like, but like it's such a
I'm a
fucking
bad little boy.
that frog ripped me off. Like there's just
I
so
just
much
got a fucking
shit.
fish of Subway. I
And
went and ordered
then
a sandwich.
the eatery Subway, but like
But like it doesn't break the sincerity, and I think that was the ticket there.
and the thing is too, the way it builds itself is like it's so out of the box. Like it doesn't take any notes or like any of the tools that you would build a comedy with. It just completely does its own thing. Like and going back to JJ, it's like same thing with that, where it's just like it subverts your expectations. Like the kill yourself to progress, like hurt yourself. Um, it uses all these tools, but then takes these things and then kind of like flips it on its head or goes off script, and in terms of what you might expect. And that's like the beauty of art, I feel like, is when you can be left subverted, when your expectations are really subverted. Like,
Yeah, when something is like genuine like this, I don't care if it's janky or like I have to redo a part a few times. If the experience is novel like this and someone's just going for it.
yeah, because
Yeah.
it's an emotional journey. Like a lot of
Hmm.
people, when they finish this, again, just like friendship, some people felt many different things. When people finish this game, a lot of crying, like, and it's only a 5, maybe 10 at the most if you're stuck. Like, it's not a long game, but at least I only played half of the demo apparently, and like it struck a chord with me, with just like, I don't know, I identify with this game. I've always loved the surreal. I always loved, like, in struggling with your inner demons and having to deal with them. And I think the
The
way this
text messages feel so natural too.
they
Like
do,
it
I
really
love
puts you
that.
in the headspace of JJ.
I too also spam my friends with insane stickers, so
It's
I feel that.
so. When did this come out? I feel like it was ahead of its time with the sticker spam.
You'd be surprised.
2018?
A lot of visual
Uh,
novels really like spam
yeah,
some
that's true.
stick. There's a lot, like, so I mean, early
Street
2010s,
Fighter
like
6 World Tour did it.
True.
that game
I do
isn't
want to
just a sticker in general.
touch back on like how we're talking about like the tone versus mechanics, and like the expectations during like a game about like hurting yourself to progress would probably be more like in the land of fiction, like cartoony, like say Wario Land.
Hmm.
Mm.
So we all attributed like playing Oddworld to not wanting to enjoy ourselves to progress, but I think it's more just the tone of the game being so like sincerely somewhat realistic and like somber. Like
Yeah, no, I get it.
it presents itself as a horror game, so I was like,
It's
oh okay, I need to preserve myself and not injure
Mhm.
myself. And then the first thing as you do is like, yeah, go run the spikes.
It's more real feeling than like having this disgusting farting
Yeah, it's
alien
not
Yeah,
slapstick.
exactly.
creature.
It's not slapstick. That's it. Thank you. That's what I'm looking for.
I
Yeah.
gotcha, I gotcha. But yeah, no, it takes itself seriously while simultaneously being in this ethereal, surreal dream world. And it never comes off as like, too farty or too funny or haha, I'm this weird little doll thing. Like, I felt bad injuring my character, because
Yeah,
like
me too.
you're just genuinely struggling, and the character itself is like fucking in pieces, and that's how you have to progress. Like,
I'm watching the thing from that kid's bedroom and from Toy Story 1 come down and take the girl, and she's like clearly struggling and like trying to get away, and it's like, shit. I need to do this so you can turn to a head so I can roll into a little gap and go progress so I can free my friend.
oh, so Firefly says that the spiders were funny because it had ice cream truck music when you
Yeah.
passed by. Yeah, was that the Jack in the Box type music? It was like do
Yeah.
do 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 do.
It's like doo, 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 doo.
Yeah, again, sound design with this game. We mentioned it a little bit before we started, and I was wondering why there's a $200 double-sided vinyl. But like, I didn't really experience much music, and the things I listened to, or people like reflected on the game, said the lack of music was a major part of the game. So it's interesting that they even had
Mm.
enough for that.
Yeah, I
But
think the silence sits loud, especially in the main thing. Like after the title drop, it's like you're in this massive field and then it's suddenly silent and you're all alone. Like the title is right there, it's telling you everything. Your friend is missing and like you're literally falling apart because of it.
The, speaking of the title, sorry, can we get someone back here to like fix your demo? Why does it default to 3000 resolution in Japanese language?
Oh, the full game does this too, don't worry.
Okay, well
it's a
then also fix the full
sweary.
game while we're at it.
It
It
wouldn't be a
starts in like
sweary product.
Japanese or something. Yeah.
Am I a UX troll for like wanting my game to use my syslocale language?
You're a frame rate troll and a UX troll, language troll. whatever you don't like about this game, you're just a troll, swearing
Whatever
as
kind of
token.
troll Harada calls people, you're
hitting
all of them.
hitting the press X to Jason button when I'm trying to pick up a rock and she's not picking it up.
I had a little bit of that too. Yeah.
There's a little bit of a contextual weirdness with the magnet hands. Like if you're pushing a block, that will always seem to take priority unless you're a certain distance away. Like the drawback of him making something that's totally his, it is that it's like got that trademark sweary performance hit. It feels like shit at points.
It
The
does.
frame rate drops go crazy.
Like it's a
But
2D game,
again,
bro.
it's forgivable.
There
There's
was a
nothing
weird.
going on, bro.
There was weird jank. That first puzzle with like there's like quicksand and you have to push or mud rather, and you have to push like the crate over to make that jump. You guys know what I'm talking about? It's like kind of
Yeah.
right at the start. And then there's like this weird little like area that you can jump up top and like get a donut by going on the rope or whatever. I didn't even know you could push the blocks, and I just went on
Mm.
that platform and had like I did like a weird like double jump thing, and it got me over the pit. So then like a few screens later when I had to actually really push something, I was so confused because I didn't think it was an actual like
Casually
mechanic.
sequence breaking.
Yeah, I was just casually sequenced, and then I was like stumped because I was overthinking stuff, and I didn't realize that that button would push stuff if you were close to it, because I didn't have to learn it for that weird sequence break.
Mm-hmm.
But it was fun. It's always fun to jank up a game without realizing it.
I'm writing the script for the challenge of can you beat this game without injuring yourself right now?
It's funny how those videos just pop up all the time on my feed. And then half of them they're like, yeah, I actually had to do it at this part, and I had to do it at this part, and I had to do it at this part, but we finished the game, and I'm like, bro, get out of here. You
I
didn't beat the
don't like how
game.
they present it, but like I'm glad someone's at least doing some documentation for later research for challenge run stuff. Like, yeah,
Yeah,
here's the stopping points. Okay, cool, thanks.
it is fun. Yeah, I can't be a no fun allowed kind of guy because
I can be. Those videos suck sometimes.
but you're right, it is important for
Bit of a
documenting
content milling,
a little bit because like the
but
point
it's
is,
also interesting. So it depends.
yeah, it's what
Just
you're in
seeing what's
for.
possible.
I just feel like all of them break the rule that it sets out to do, and I'm like,
Mm.
I gotta be consistent. Consistency is key
They,
with stuff.
yeah, they can't tell me that like Ratchet and Clank 1 video that was like, yeah, I went the Sphere Run Discord, and also I found a glitch for them to actually complete this challenge that they didn't know about for 10 years.
That's pretty good. That
Yeah,
is
that one
fun.
was like the gold standard. And I've seen ones that are like, yeah, I can't do anything here. I'm just gonna do it here. Okay, moving on. And it's like, bro, show me you tried at least.
Yeah, there. Oh, I don't get too off topic, but there was a guy doing a Final Fantasy one run like that, and he's like, "Yeah, I had to use an item here, because it was just like impossible." I was like, "You could have
Did
grinded
that
in that
happen to be the
area."
Seer video?
I can't remember.
No,
It was
I
If
one
thought
of
it's
the
that was
earlier
Seer,
ones.
his videos are incredible. I
yeah,
had to link
Sears was
those to you.
very good. That one ruled. I love
Yeah,
Sears.
he has so many good challenge videos. He's like my favorite YouTuber right now.
He's the one that sent me on my ARPG binge like 3 months, like
Oh
two
yeah,
months
yeah. He
ago.
got me into Chronicon.
Last
I
He's a
flipped the
good
Elixir,
West
dude.
Epoch.
Last Elixir podcast or productions or something is really good. Final Fantasy VII deep dives, like
You'll have to link that too. I
yeah,
want to check that out.
really good videos that go into cut content and like the context of it. It shows you like the first floor of the Honeybee Inn that we never see. The
Oh, that's
production is
cool.
crazy. The scripts are great. Shout outs to Last Elixir. You're doing God's work. So since we didn't finish the game, we only played the demo. Some of us only played half of it. We don't know what we're doing apparently. Um, oh, I also have Benji on mute, or is I see him
He's muted
talking?
on
He's just
his end.
listening.
Okay. I saw his little green bubble. I don't know if he's been trying to communicate this whole time.
So
I feel
what
bad.
do you think of it? Not having played any of it, what do you think?
Who, Benji or me? Jimp.
Well, bad news, it's not really successful in this game. It doesn't seem.
Wait, do I have him? Oh, I have him muted. Oh my god.
Making a
Why
mod that
would you do
changes
that,
the
I'm sorry, Jimp. So start over.
Jim?
Everything you've been saying this whole time.
I'll repeat it. I said the game sounds interesting because I like the idea of killing yourself for reasons unrelated to why you guys enjoyed it.
Is that it?
all right, good talk.
I didn't play it. I don't know what you expect from me.
Hey, Lemon G.
You know what? That's fair. You're right.
Oh,
I
shit.
now want a mod again to make the music sting the low tier God Thunder boom whenever you get hit.
Thank you from the Benji corner. But yeah, going back to all that, do you plan on finishing this game ATI down the line? Does anyone want to?
Absolutely. If we didn't have to stop right now, I probably would still be playing it.
Fair enough. Yeah. What
I
about
am
you,
definitely
Zero?
I'm definitely adding to my wish list as a higher priority thing to buy in the near future. I might play it during like the spookier holidays to get more in the mood for it.
I think it's a perfect spooky game.
Might be
Honestly.
a thing I stream during that time.
Yeah, my only problem why I didn't pick again, this game was on my radar day one, but then like again we talked about limited run gaming, shitty
Oh yeah.
company, shitty practice. I didn't want to support them. The game came out, passed by. It's like $60 on Amazon, $50 on eBay here and there. If everything wasn't so expensive, I would have probably honestly bought it and had the physical copy for this talk to play through.
Wonder what kind of merch
Yeah,
there is. If there's like some little like keychains or something, I would consider that to be like my purchase.
I wish
Yeah.
I wish I knew about this game like 3 years ago because I would have 100% bought it back then.
Yeah, I even man, I had it wish listed, I had it pre-ordered, I canceled it. Like this is another game, oddly enough, like Oddworld, where it was like in my radar, it was always in front of my face, and then like I just didn't seize the opportunity to like get into it when I was
I
like,
bought it for my friend for Christmas, and then eventually they shared their Steam library with me, so
aw,
works for me.
gift to myself. The Firefly posting the T1000 looking ass like
Oh yeah.
Yeah, what the
So
fuck is this?
the final chapter of the demo is like a boss, I guess. It's like a murderous dream blob with like a straight razor or something chasing you, and you just have to run away. And it's a basic escape scene.
clock tower shit.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
And
Okay.
there's certain points where like it intentionally blows you up, but then your head goes far ahead of the stage, so you have to regenerate your head, and it's kind of it's like janky, but it feels cool with what it's doing. It
Raincoat
uses
killer.
the body explosion mechanic as a part of the chase, so it's not like games where you're getting chased and then you get caught and then oops, that's it. You have to go back, like in Oddworld again, getting chased by
Mhm.
the dog or something.
I'm
Yeah.
glad you read my mind because I was actually going to comment like it'd be cool to see like a horror game actually like let you survive and like use getting caught in the chase as like the progression.
Yeah,
'Cause, like
there's
most
like the
every horror
perfect
game be like, oh,
mechanics
you
for
got
it.
caught. Oh, GG's.
Mm. I think it's
JJ's.
really interesting how this game handles failure in general. There's a quote by one Sir David Cage who says something along the lines of failure or game overs are a failure of the game designer. And he believes that you should be able to just railroad your way through something. Like if you reach a fail state, it shouldn't like game over you. You should still have a way to keep progressing. And that kind of feels like what this game is.
I could see that
Like,
philosophy
yeah,
being
I can
true in
see
this
it.
case. Maybe not for
It
every
doesn't really
game.
want to make you like, okay, you ran out of lives, tough luck. Like it wants you to see its entire story.
Mhm.
Yeah, like it depends on what the game wants to do. I think is the real thing here. I think
Yeah,
his statement might be
because
like a
then
little
like
too general versus like say an obvious like arcade style game that like wants you the challenge to be gain as far as you can without getting hit and
mhm.
maxing out your score. Like say, uh, like just any shoot 'em up from the '90s. Take your pick. There's hundreds of them.
But you kind of get that with the donuts too. Like they're kind of your strawberries or your little mukbangs from Oddworld or whatever the fuck they're called. Uh, like they're
Mudokons,
way more palatable to
Mudokons.
find. Yeah, the little Muppets. Like you can throw rocks at donuts to make them fall out of the sky. You can in the full game, like you
That
press X
surprised
to
me.
make an owl go to get a donut for you, and it's like all this kind of contextual stuff, and it's like a little. You don't have to do any of it, but when you collect donuts, you unlock more of the text messages and art and stuff. So it's a really nice incentive.
I'm actually very glad. In one chapter, you like can interact with bodies, and when you go past like the open grave, it gives you a text saying, "I should bury this." And I was
Yeah.
like, "Thank you," because I absolutely would not try pressing up near this grave while I'm holding a body. Otherwise, it would never
It's
cross
nice
my
how it
mind.
hints you into the contextual parts and like
It,
just enough. It's not like a
yeah, it's just
page
the
of like
hey, go press something here, and something will happen.
I'm getting like nightmare PTSD to modern games where it would be like a full, it would take up the entire screen, give you like 5 paragraphs, and then like have the little repeating video clip playing and all these different
Like the
terms.
She would
And it's
just
just
be
one
schizophrenia,
sentence.
the
she would be talking to
schizophrenia
herself
simulator.
in voice acting like, "Wow, I need to bury that body," and then when you walk past, like, "Wait, I should go back and go try burying that body. I feel so bad." And then as you're doing it, she'd be like, "I gotta bury this body," and it's like, "Shut up, let me do the thing."
Oh, did
The
you finish the graveyard level, by the way?
I did finish that one, yeah, but I think it stopped halfway through it on its own. It didn't let me complete it fully, I think.
Did you get to that basement area with the giant Moose Man statue?
No, I did not. Or maybe I did
There,
and I don't remember.
yeah, there's like a
Firefly
little
did.
underground area where
I
like the Moose
I
Man is like speaking in the back, like backwards Twin Peaks speech, and you have to like put all his limbs on. Yeah, right there. You have to put his limbs on these
uh,
platforms.
What
Thank
the
you for the
fuck?
screenshot.
I
And
either missed this.
once you solve that, he drops the head from around his neck, and then you have to take all those body parts and put them in a grave from earlier in the stage, and then that lights you on fire, and then you can get another donut from it. And it's like all for a donut. It's crazy.
Congrats.
Oh,
It's like you
you
wouldn't even
know,
see this unless you're going for it.
You
I
sold
knew
your
there was
soul to
like a
Satan.
there was a like I don't know what else to call it, but morphal tunnel because my brain is permanently poisoned from Metroid. But like I saw the morphal tunnel and I was like, oh, I should do that. But then I didn't realize how to make myself ahead at that time.
Yeah, it's a whole thing. Like it makes you go back after you do this. It's really cool how it expanded on itself. You
I
could
like
just keep
how
going, but
I like how every other one I did was like just a small donut, like just a little path extra thing. And the one I skipped is the one that actually had like all the cool shit in it. Thank
yeah,
you, Ken.
it was
Thank
like
you, sir. You're really cool.
it was like, can anyone hear me? Hemorrhage, and like it was
I
freaking me out. It was
I
really
heard that
cool.
and I was like, what the fuck was that noise? And I just didn't realize it was coming from down there.
I wonder what the symbolism would be. Because again, there's a lot like that I don't want to spoil, but seeing that image makes me wonder like what exactly was
Very much
Swery going with?
seems, yeah, like in my impression is like it's just like a guiding voice and like one of those dream things where it's like I'm your waypoint. Don't try to question me. I'm formless. Like you remember in Mind Game how God was like constantly shifting shapes and everything. I figure it's kind of like something like that, just like a higher entity kind of watching over
Yeah,
you. That's my impression.
I wonder what it represents with like JJ
Yeah.
going through their transition or like wanting to be like reborn or
It's something about
reassembled or
nature, like maybe you're trying to be natural to yourself, or maybe
yeah,
rebirth too. And
something. Yeah, it's interesting though. I getting Paradise Killer vibes from that statue too, which is just a whole different vibe, but
oh yeah,
it's
that game is
very
crazy.
interesting. But yeah, do we have anything else to say with the missing JJ? I feel like we hit a lot of points in terms of emotions, game design, setting, sound. Is there anything we can add or anything we want to add? I feel like we did a disservice to this game by not playing the full thing. 'Cause I feel like there's just so much to say, but we just didn't get there.
At the
Yeah,
same
I
time,
can
this was a nice little sampling.
It was very good sampling.
Wets the whistle.
I definitely think we should come back to this game for a book club when we play the full proper one. Maybe
Yeah,
like
I kind of like
if
the
it can go
idea
on
of
sale
us
or
like
something.
taste testing and like doing these little samples and being like, "Do you think you're gonna go back to it?" I think that'd be a good way to balance some longer games as well, if we can do little samples.
Yeah, samples are great. Hit up that Costco sample 3 or 4 times. Yeah, I plan on maybe next paycheck grabbing this game physically just to have it in my collection. Swery, I love him. I want to support him. I don't want to support them to run games.
I wish I
So
had this limited edition, and it comes with a FK plush, comes with pins, comes with the little donut stress ball,
you
some
can spend
stickers.
Donut
$400
stress ball's pretty
on
good.
it.
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna
the
spend.
sealed stickers really inflates the value.
Can't wait for my cat to tear out that donut stress ball.
I'm gonna tear that thing up. I'm doing it.
Oh, the vinyl is $70 or best offer. Curious, very curious to see what that has on it, considering it was such an
I will say
absent.
the main title song was really good.
Yeah, it
So if
was.
the rest
There
of the
was
quality
solid
is up
music.
there, then
Absolutely.
Well, I will
it
say
features
hearing
433 on there for 10 of the tracks.
hearing Twin Peaks for like the third time, maybe I'll finally get off my ass and go watch that.
We could bring it.
Oh,
So I can get like the building block for all the weird shit we play.
We could bring it.
yeah, I think it's. I also have Mulholland Drive. We can do a whole Lynch deep dive. Let's
Yeah,
do it.
I
yeah.
mean, I think
I'm
it would
in.
be fun because I don't think Yoshi's familiar either. So it'd just be me and
Twin Peaks is
ATI
such a good group watch.
and
It was
Benji.
meant to be a soap opera, like weekly, like you talk about it type TV, but it's morphed into something so different from that. It's so interesting to visit. It's one of the best properties around for a reason.
And I think you'd
They
be able to
recently had
appreciate. No, go on.
they recently had like a Mulholland Drive screening at like the cemetery that Lynch is buried at, I think.
Wow.
I bought tickets, but then I fucking picked up a shift and missed it.
Are you
And I was
kidding?
supposed to take a Dude, it was by accident.
You could
His
pick up a
ghost is gonna
shift
haunt you,
whenever you
dude.
want. You can't watch
I
the
want his ghost to
cemetery.
haunt me. This
I
was the
say,
plan
you
the whole
think that
time.
you can watch? You think you can see my film without seeing the special on the cemetery? Get real.
What did he eat every day? What was his food of choice? I can't remember.
What was that?
I bet there's bananas in it.
He had like a meal that
It
he
was
would
like
have.
steamed
It was like a
chicken and
peanut
broccoli
butter
or something.
milkshake or some shit.
Something like that.
I just want him to haunt you with that. You're not gonna have the milkshake today, Benji.
Make it extra milky for me, please.
Damn, I want a milkshake.
Like licking his lips. Oh man.
Can't wait to talk about the guy that sounds like him in Shenmue. I got a lot to say.
Oh, shit, was gonna be
It
a
was
crazy
actually
episode.
him. Don't let him
I
fool
wouldn't
you.
doubt it.
It had
Could you
every
imagine?
voice actor.
Now you can't credit me in this. I need it to be my natural self. That'll be a
Oh
fun
man.
one. Yeah, but everyone plans on going back to this, it sounds like.
Yeah, this was a
The
winner
missing
all over.
one that we are determined to find.
Yeah, we will find the joy in hurting ourselves.
How much is the game?
$50 on eBay, 60.
It depends if you want physical.
Yeah.
If you just want digital, it's
yeah.
just 30 on Steam.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
Obito. And it'll go
It
on
does
sale,
go on
I'm
sale a lot,
sure.
though.
No, me too, but I'm trying to be cheap.
I think I got it on sale for like $10.
I'm gonna finance it on eBay. Hey, here for 4.
Finance. You're hurting your financial status.
You-
Genius.
Nope,
I'll pay an arm and a leg for this game.
But yeah, but no,
You said it there?
I'll pay in 4. It doesn't mess with anything. You just pay it in 4 payments every 2 weeks. It's clutch for stuff you don't want to splurge on.
Like breaking up your dollar bill into little limbs.
I know, what's the point?
I feel bad because I'm reminded of like another indie game I saw on Blue Sky at one point that was kind of similar to this, just mechanically not quite in the same tone. But like just being, I wish I could remember the name is the problem. I don't remember it, and it's gonna drive me crazy now. And I feel bad. 'Cause I feel like that game deserves a shot because it was a cool idea of being
Was
like
it
this reanimating
Mr.
zombies.
Stubbs?
No, it was a modern indie game. That's not an indie game.
Mr. Stubbs.
It was the only one I could think of.
That was a good fun game though.
It makes me think there's a lot of games where you kind of dismember yourself as mechanics, huh?
Decap
Rayman kind of counts. I'm counting Rayman. He's
I'm
already
I mean, I'm just gonna point a plot because that's just Rayman, but with the limbs coming back to you.
Yeah.
Wonder if decap attack.
Oh, totally
counts.
throwing your head around.
Zero Suit Samus and Brawl. Hold R with Samus and you pick up her pieces.
That was a cool mechanic.
Way too those items were way too strong.
They were.
You're starting
It was
with
a fun idea.
3 dot eyes.
What was it, like 30% per hit or something?
Crazy. You just zoom around the stage rowing them.
30. That's fucking criminal. I thought it did like 4.
Maybe
Oh,
it did less. I don't know.
no,
I
it
remember it
did
just
a
being fucked up.
significant amount of knockback and damage, and it was
Yeah, no,
scary
it
every
definitely is
time.
fucked up.
And then ZSS players are like, "Oh no, it's fair because once you use it, they're gone." It's like, no, that's a free
Items are
stock.
legal, bro. Oh man. All right, so I mean, I guess that sums up the missing JJ, Macfield, and the Island of Memories. That is a mouthful. But
Yeah,
yeah,
there's so much to think about, and it's gonna be something that's stewing around in my brain. Maybe not something that I can like assign a lot of words to, but that almost feels intentional.
yeah. Sometimes you
Yeah.
can't articulate the surreal. It is so emotion and feeling based, and that's
Again, going back to David Lynch, that interview of someone being like, "Can you please explain blah blah blah?" And he's just like, "No."
it's true though.
Yeah.
These things like Deadly Premonition, this game, Twin Peaks, Silent
If you don't
Hill.
feel it, you don't feel it.
Yeah, like so much of the experience is that inside feeling that you get, and it truly makes it special because so many things that you experience are like opposite of that. You can articulate it. This was funny. It made me laugh. I was scared. I thought that was cool and intriguing. But this like puts you in this stew of emotions and it sends you to a place and like you could
It's all
feel
figuring
it.
things out. Even the controls, like you have to figure them out and like, oh, what is this? And it's like it makes you think about the ramifications of the story and the emotions that it's trying to get across to you the same way as you think about mechanics. Like, oh, okay, yeah, this text and how she communicates with her friend shows that she's like this, and it's a little puzzle you have to put together. Like, who is JJ? What's she all about?
And then we learn some dark stuff. We will save that for a potential next time in the near future. But yeah, anyone have any closing thoughts about this game, or can we put a little
Yeah,
bow on it and wrap it up?
Can any of you remember the name off the top of your head, the full thing, without looking at it?
I have it in front of me. I can't participate in this.
I'm staring at the picture, and I still messed it up
The
almost.
missing JJ Epstein Island.
Epstein Island. Oh
I
no.
think that's it.
Oh,
I will say, I went into this forgetting it was a sweary game, and like I was expecting, I guess more. I don't know, but like hand holding, I guess. And I was like,
Mm.
whoa, this game's telling me nothing.
It's
mhm.
And
very
like was really
refreshing
like
to
ready
not
to
be
like
told anything.
overread like every single detail. I was just taking it all at face value.
Uh,
I'm like, why is FK messaging me like this? This is weird.
Yeah,
And I'm like,
very
oh, it's a
cool.
story game. Oh, I gotta like get my over analysis hat on. Hold on.
Yeah, I'm all
So now I
about
gotta like
that.
go replay the whole game now and like actually take everything in.
I
And it
mean
goes back to
sometimes.
what Shadow or JJ was saying earlier. Even sometimes you just need that hook to recontextualize.
Yeah, it kind of just shifts your perspective, and you see up is down and down is up, and it's all. It's like that spinning ballerina thing. Remember that meme that would go
Mm.
around? It's like
Is
if
it
you
left or
see it,
right?
yeah, if you see it clockwise, you're artistic. If you see it counterclockwise, you're this. But really, you could just switch your perspective, and it changes, which is just
JJ
cool to
stands for
see.
Yanni Yanni or Laurel Laurel. Who knows?
Oh man, so that is the missing JJ. Next week we got some Shenmue meat to dig into. I hope you all make some
Big
good
old meat on the
progress in
bone
it.
there.
Yeah, it's juicy. It's a juicy game. But take your time with it, savor it. You don't want to eat too much all at once cuz
Even if you don't finish it, like yeah, just all
yeah,
impressions. Like we didn't finish JJ, so just take
yeah,
those impressions in.
that is a good point cuz technically the series isn't finished and it may never
Yeah,
finish. So you're going to
and
end on a
there's something to
cliffhanger.
say about that. Yeah,
Yeah, like there's going to be a cliffhanger. So, if you get to the docks, you've already experienced a giant chunk of the gameplay loop. So don't feel pressured. Just do your thing. And we'll be here next week with some Shenmue.